Yeah. So mitti cool refrigerator. What is mitti? It is mud. Okay. So generally history will be cyclical. You go to history. So once upon a time, narrow pant was, fashion. So in between bell bottom. Again now, narrow pants. Generally history will be cyclical. On one fine day, again the Indians will wear that dhoti angavasya and all girls saris. Time will come. Yes, history will generally repeat. It is cyclical. See, mitti cool. Mitti means sand. So, you see, in summer season, we will use the pots to have a cool drinking water. So that much cool is good for health. But nowadays, you can see the people who will drink too chilled water. I don't know how they will drink. Of course, even when I was young, I used to drink that. Now I became old and I realized the problem in drinking that. But you people will not, listen. They will drink too chilled water, but in the pot, it will not be too chilled. Actually, how the pot will convert warm water into cold water. It is a natural mechanism. You will not use any power or other source to convert warm water into, at least the water which was earlier in room temperature, into a little bit cool. So it is a, natural mechanism. See, you know, sorry, this pot is not nice. I will draw a good pot. Okay. Now, see, generally, all the time, you can see, the new pots will give you the chilled water, more cold water compared to the old pots. It is a common sense question, and even so, there is a physical phenomena in that, natural physical phenomena. How the water in the pot will become, yes, Divyasri garu, correct. ఇంకేంది చెప్పేసిందా? It is a process of evaporation. Actually, new pot will have more pores because the pores will not get jammed or clogged because of the impurities. Water will have a lot of impurities. In course of time, when water try to escape outside, automatically the pores will get blocked. So actually, how the new pot is helpful in converting the room temperature water into cool is, see, through these pores, the water will come outside. And how it escapes into atmosphere? By taking the heat from the water which is in the pot. It will take the heat from the pot and it will try to escape. Definitely it will escape. When it is taking the heat, what happens to the water inside the pot? It will become warmer or colder. So this phenomena is used to make a mitti cool refrigerator. Why it is in news means BIS as standardized this refrigerator means, yes, you can manufacture this by using the Bureau of Indian Standards rules and regulation, then you can market. So here mud and pots are used. So again, see, when you come to the pot, India know the art of making pottery since ancient time. Indus Valley civilization, even before IVC also there is evidence of pottery. Okay, so this mechanism is used to cool this water, and automatically when the water is cooled, they will have some sort of mechanism or some inner jar where they will keep vegetables, etc., by which the shelf life of that food products will increase. See, now you will boil the milk in the morning and you will keep in the fridge, and you will use that milk for even 3-4 days also. Take the example of curd, even you may use for 7-8 days. Take the example of curd, which we are purchasing ready-made curd. Definitely, it will have a shelf life of 1 month or 2 months. You can see the manufacturing date. So last month it will be manufactured, and it will have a shelf life of 45 days. So you are eating the curd after 10 days or 15 days. Why? It is continuously refrigerated. Even it is transported through the cold logistics. The I mean that and vehicle will have the controlled temperature. Provision like your ice creams. So I mean, what is the benefit of this? First thing is you are not using the electricity. Second thing is the rural economy will get boosted. Once again, the demand for pots will increase, and it is affordable. So every person can purchase that, or they can make by just themselves only, or they may purchase from the market. No power is needed. So even a person who is living in the huts, so can also increase their shelf life of the food products. Automatically, food security will increase. Yes, you will not throw outside. You will consume the same maybe tomorrow or just day after tomorrow. If see anything is left in the night after our dinner, so what you will do? Generally, you will store in the refrigerator. At least the seniors will consume that. Seniors in the house, because they know the value of food. You people, you are well versed with the modern foods and convenience food like pizza, gizza, and burger, gurger, etc. Whatever with whatever names you call. Okay, yes. So and again, it will be totally indigenous. See, actually, whatever may be the electronic item, most of the things we are importing from the foreign countries. At least many items used in that. So because of that, imports, what is happening? Demand for dollar is increasing. Even this kind of initiations will also ease the demand on the dollars. Automatically, our rupee will appreciate in course of time. So we have to develop each and every item which are produced in our country. Okay, even we are using the air conditioners. Why? Because of global warming. Improper ventilation is also one of the reason. And if you have 10 trees, by the side of your house, definitely you don't require the air conditioner. Fans will be sufficient. Okay. Yes. Within 5 minutes, we will complete this topic. Why it is in the news means Bureau of Indian Standards has developed a standard protocol or a standard system to initiate that kind of things. Okay. So again, see, the great thing is pottery. Pots are made with mud. It is a biodegradable material. In course of time, again the mud will join with the nature. No harm to the nature. Even we are not consuming anything. Yes, we are taking mud, but in course of time, again it will go to the mud. See, whenever your parts break, you will save that or just preserve that. You will throw outside by rainfall, by some or other weathering process. It will get converted into mud. Whereas our refrigerator, it will have a lot of plastics which are harmful for our health. Our life has become plastic. Everybody plastic bottle, milk in the plastic packets, everything in the plastic. Earlier, when I was child, so milk was supplied in the glass bottle, including the buttermilk. If you break that bottle, they used to charge more amount, and that buttermilk was excellent and supplied by our combined AP. Vijaya. Now, of course, it has been bifurcated, Telangana and AP. So now we are consuming plastic like anything. We are taking water from PET bottles. Yes, they will have the residues of plastic. There is no doubt in it. Okay. Mitti Cool Refrigerator. The Bureau of Indian Standards has developed an Indian standard for non-electric cooling cabinet made of clay. Mitti Cool Refrigerator is a result of innovation by Mansukhbhai Prajapati from Gujarat. You can remember such kind of great woman's name. Yes. Mitti Cool Refrigerator works on an eco-friendly technology based on the principle of evaporative cooling. That point you have to remember. Evaporative cooling. This food storage technique prevents bacterial growth and increases the shelf life of food items. See, whenever you if a item is put in the less temperature, some type of bacteria will not develop. Why curd will not become sour? If you keep the curd in the fridge, because the bacteria will not develop. But a little bit of sour curd is good for our health. it will enhance our immunity level by just developing the probiotics. And that question was asked in the recent UPSC prelims. Probiotics. Okay, no issue. These refrigerators can be used to store perishable food items without the need for electricity. A mid-cool refrigerator is made mainly from clay and it can be utilized to store vegetables, fruits, milk and cooling water. BIS has developed an Indian standard IS 17693-2022. So based on these standards, if you manufacture, they will give you the standard and you can sell in the market. If anything is sold in the market without this standard, automatically nobody will rely you. Understand? Yes. IS 17693-2022 for non-electric cooling cabinet made of clay, and it specifies the construction and performance requirements of a cooling cabinet made out of clay. So all set of things, the performance, etc. Now, this standard helps BIS in fulfilling 6 out of 17 United Nations Sustainable Development goals, such as poverty. So how poverty is related to the mid-cool refrigerator? Why? The rural artisans now who are living so below poverty line, now they will get the employment opportunity and their economic standards will improve. See, I'm take the example of aloo. Now, UP farmers will grow a lot of aloo. Now they are away from poverty. The reason is aloo is having great demand in the market. Your Lay's chips, Uncle chips, Bingo chips, Twinkle chips, etc. Huge demand. Automatically, earlier potato was having less rate. Now these products are having good rate and good demand. No potato farmer will commit suicide. Understand? Why? Because of the demand. Because chips are consumed by every person. Even if you pay 5 rupees also, of course, you will get a small packet. Packet will be more size, but chips will be very less. More or I think 4 or 5, 6, 6 pieces will be in that 5 rupees packet. I don't know. Okay? Yes. And zero hunger. Yes, if your poverty is reduced, no hunger. And if you increase your shelf-life, automatically more food can be consumed. Now, gender equality. Yes, because more women, even the inventor itself is the woman. It will also play a, see, actually this type of things will be more useful for you in the, in writing the mains. And affordable and clean energy. Yes, affordable. Everybody, even though they are living in the hut, they can purchase. And clean energy. Yes, we are not using any electricity. Innovation and infrastructure and responsible consumption and production. I told you, we are consuming mud, but it is biodegradable after the life of that refrigerator is over. Even if you throw outside, it will not cause any harm to the ecosystem. Unlike our modern refrigerators, which will have a lot of plastics and many cannot be converted, and even the whites will have some sort of plastic coatings. And if they are subjected to any fire, again lot of pollution. Okay? Yes. So benefits of mid-cool refrigerator. This technique will play a key role in reviving the pottery culture, tradition and heritage, because India is known for the usage of pottery since time immemorial. Clay pots have been an integral part of the Indian tradition until factory-made products of a variety of material flooded the market. See, actually earlier pots were used to cook the food. Even when I was in childhood days, in my grandmother's house, they used to use the pots to cook the food. All foods were cooked in the pots, and even I think they were more tastier. Even though nowadays we are having lots of masalas, but the food item which I ate in childhood days is far better than today's taste. Okay? Yes. Of course, nowadays also now you can see on the roadsides they are selling the pots which can be used for the cooking, like frying, etc. Even in the YouTube also, when you watch the channel of a famous chef, so sometimes they will also use the pots made up of this mutton. Yes, it also helps in promoting sustainable consumption. Why sustainable consumption? We are not consuming the mud. It can be recycled in course of time. Whereas plastic, if you are using a plastic of less than 75 micron size, then it is not, recyclable. So you are causing harm to a system because it is not recycled. Empowering indigenous communities and contributes to green and cool earth. This also unlocks a huge potential for economic development and employment generation. Further contributes to rural women empowerment. About Bureau of Indian Standards. BIS is the national standard body of India set up under the BIS Act 2016. Why it is needed? If an item is produced without any standards, then the consumer's interest will be deprived. They may purchase the non-standard items. See, suppose if you are purchasing a non-standard mixie in your kitchen, and you may suffer from the electric shock. It is harmful for, it is even, it may cause death also or injury to the body. So standards are very, very important. Okay. Now, BIS is the national standard body of India set up under the BIS Act 2016. BIS works for the harmonious development of the activities of standardization, marking and quality certification of goods. See, if there is no such kind of system, what happens? All the things will come into existence. Then there will not be any positive things for the person who is manufacturing good items, because he will lose his share. Why? The non-standard items are sold at less rate, and many people are cost concern, not the quality concern. Automatically, the good people cannot survive. So BIS is very important. It will play a key role in serving the interest of consumers, such that they will purchase only standardized goods. Yes. BIS works under the administrative control of, this is very important, Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. So, this kind of questions you may encounter in the prelims. The organization was formerly known as the Indian Standards Institution, ISI. Yes. Now, BIS consists of 25 members representing both central and state governments, members of parliament, industry, scientific and research institutions, consumer organizations, and these professional bodies. BIS has been playing a key role in providing safe and reliable quality goods. Even take the example of SSAI, the same work like the BSI, BIS. Even you are having the UG mark, you are having the silk mark, hallmark for gold. Yes. Minimizing health hazards to consumers. See, if any item is made, packed, if it is having more chemical residues, then they will not permit. See, you can see maybe 4 or 5 years ago, that Maggie was subjected to a test, okay? And it said that it is having more content of lead. You know, the total batch was removed, and even the HUL, I think HUL, I think, if I am not wrong, they were ordered to stop the sale. Then they have rectified and they have changed the pattern. So just once again, they are selling in the market. So generally, packaged foods will contain preservatives, but so they should be present in a certain limits. If they cross the limits, they are harmful. Yes. Minimizing health hazards to consumers and export promotion and import substitution. Yes. If you export, of course, just now I told you, you will earn the foreign exchange. Even if you imports are reduced, even you will also earn the foreign exchange. Why? If you want to import any item, you have to pay in dollars. So it is very important. So for this sake only, our first 3 5-year plans have stressed the need of the import substitution. Especially so we were importing wheat from the foreign countries, and within no time, by 1666 or after the initiation of the Green Revolution, we had the surplus production. And actually, we are having good stock of food grains. But the problem, I don't know. So there is a, gap. For that purpose, even India is having more people who are suffering from the malnutrition, even starvation. Because some sort of gap is there, so between the supply and the needs of people. And many people will leave the food. And many people are not having the food to eat. And you people are having more food. You will throw in the dustbin. Yes. ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है. No issue. Now, of course, morning, sir has discussed about the Agnipath. Just I will spend just 10 minutes. So actually, in brief, I will tell you, government wanted to recruit youngsters only for the period of 4 years. Okay. And again, afterwards, there is no question of any pension. And even that 11 lakhs or 12 lakhs, it is the hard-earned money of the person where the government is giving at his retirement. And few people are carry forward to continue. It is a story. See, actually, why the people are opposing? Okay. The thing is, no guarantee. No guarantee. And automatically, the permanent army recruitments will minimize. Automatically, they will minimize. It is the reason why even, you can see, yesterday at Secunderabad railway station. So these, the people who are the, defense aspirants, this defense job aspirants, they have protested. In course of time, it turned violent and even police opened fire. It seems that one person faced death. Okay? Yeah. Why these people, their apprehension, it may be reality, who knows? They are thinking that in future we are I'm preparing for army jobs. In future, we will not be recruited. What is our future? Okay. So here, the government should come and tell that this recruitment process will not be stopped. Only it is a extra force. They have to convince the people it is extra force. And again, if these people are trained for 6 months, okay, this training may be useful for them even after 4 years. Suppose if there is any requirement in the military, then they can call. And even these people can be recruited by other agencies. See, you can see many private, security providing agencies. They may work there. Again, see, suppose they are joining at the age of 21 years. Now I think it is 21 years, minimum age is. Plus 4. 17 to? 17 to? Yeah. 7 to 21. Earlier it was 23. Now instantaneously they have changed it seems. What is the age? Upper limit is? Then? Yeah, because instantaneously they have made some changes. Okay. See here what happening? Very hardly, they are serving up to the age of 23 years. So it is the upper limit. Then one thing government can do. Suppose if there is any exam for whose upper limit is 23 years. Say if a person wanted to write an examination, upper limit is 23 years. The people who served in the army for these 4 years, they should be given a age relaxation of 4 years. Okay, then automatically their concern will be addressed, like say SI or constables or such rapid action force. You are having CISF, many uniform posts are there, or any exam. For all examinations there is no need of physical test, or for any exam if they have served for 4 years, they should be given the age relaxation of the 4 years. Then their interest is not deprived. Why? They are working. Again, they are getting the 4 years of age relaxation after having the money in their packets automatically. So what happens? So they can study in a fair manner also. It is okay. What I am saying is to address the concerns of these aspirants. I am not against aspirants, or I am not against the government. As a teacher, I am giving my suggestions, because government will initiate the issues with having a lot of deliberations. Of course, so there may be apprehensions among these aspirants. So what I am saying is how you can safeguard the interest of these people who are joining in the army at a very lesser age, because army means physical fitness is needed. I cannot run like you. You will run on the steps like anything. I have to walk slowly. especially our students, they are physically too fit and they will run on steps like anything. And I will come in the lift slowly. Of course, the speed is decided by lift, not by me. Okay, yeah. So young army is needed. There is no doubt in it. And what I am saying is how the concerns can be addressed. So 4 years age relaxation can be given, and even one thing, even they may also have a some sort of reservations. Now you are having for BCs, STs, STs physically challenged. So some sort of reservation for these people, like 1% or 0.5%. Then their address may be considered. And the second thing, see, in coming days, so definitely everybody know that artificial intelligence will play a key role. Now you can see the Google. Earlier, if you call to the customer care, one person was lifting the phone. Now they are saying no question of any physical response or face to face or face to face conversation, only through emails. So the future age is artificial intelligence, and you know everything. So the government should provide us a education in such that the youth will become a job giver, not the seeker. The youth should become a job giver, not the seeker. Yes, it is possible. So just now we have discussed about the Mitti-cooled refrigerators. Many things are there. See, today early morning, see every day we are importing many things from the foreign countries. Why we should not take steps to see that all the goods which we consume are manufactured in India? Okay. So in this way, you can address the problems of the youth who are aspirants of this army force. Again, when we come to the benefits, actually our average age of army people will reduce. So age is less means of automatically they will react in a fair manner. Okay. Then again see nowadays, see in the olden days, army strength was important in the olden days because the army was fighting with the bows, spears, only face to face, and which we call it as the infantry. Okay. See nowadays whether this infantry number is needed. Take the example of Ukraine-Russia crisis. Of course, war. So Ukraine is a very small country. It is I think it is having a geographical area of only 3% of Russia, if I am not wrong. 3% geographical area of Russia. But till today, it is retaliating the Russian forces. Not because of manpower. So because of the technology. So in future, this manpower will take the back seat. What will play the key role is the technology. So what I mean to say is the government should see that employment opportunities for the youth will be in the other sectors, and there should be self-employment opportunities, and government should take steps that India will become a manufacturing hub and they will export the commodities such that more and more employment opportunities are provided. See why I am saying this means earlier days 4 lakhs, take the example of Alauddin Khilji. Historians say that he has maintained a army strength of 4.5 lakh. Okay. So now I think this strength does not matter. What matters is technology. What matters is the advanced weapon. So take the example of atom bomb, which was thrown on the Hiroshima and just Nagasaki. Only just 2 bombs. How much havoc they have caused. So what I mean to say is, in coming days, it will not play a key role. What plays key roles is technology, not the number. So what government should do? The government should see that, we are having, lot of gaps in security issues. Take the example of Railway Protection Force. A train which is moving with thousands of passengers, they will have only 4 or 5 police forces. 4 or 5, policemen. Increase it to 40 to 50. What is wrong in that? Youth will get the opportunity. Why all the time in the army? Because nowadays I told you, in course of time, technology will play a key role. But here, technology will play a key role, but less, at least for bogey. So there should be one police force. You are having See, many states are not having good police force. Okay, and government should see that these aspirants who are having some sort of concern, so they should be accommodated in some or other way and continue with this policy. There is no wrong in the policy. The problem is with the concerns of the youth. You address that and go with. So, say I am not against the government. I am not against our youth aspirants. So I am just giving my suggestions how the problem can be addressed in course of time, not instantaneously. Okay. So the 4 years, if they get the relaxation, automatically even they see now. Take the example of UPSC. The upper limit is 30 plus. After having 12 lakhs in their packet, so they can give excellent attempts without any stress on their brain. Okay. So these are my suggestions. I'm not against anybody. Okay. So what is Agnipath scheme? Of course, mornings are told, but within 5 minutes I will complete. It allows patriotic and motivated youth to serve in the armed forces for a period of 4 years. See, patriotic and motivated. See, in 2018, I had a student. Okay, and his aim was CDS. So he joined for the UPSC only to crack the CDS. Yes, he went up to interview. He lost the interview. Now he is having excellent job than this army, but still he is not satisfied. Why? He want to serve in the army. Even yesterday also he came to the institution and he was saying that, sir, I am not satisfied with this job. Earlier I want to serve this, but now my age has barred. Now I will write the group 1. Of course, now he is serving in the job, but he want to get some elevation. Few people are patriotic and they like to work only in the army. They will have zeal to work in the army. Understand? Yes, for them it will be excellent. And so in that 4 years, what happens? So they can achieve their goal. Afterwards, they can go for even higher level of jobs, IPS, IAS. They can do anything because the upper limit itself is 21 years or 22 years. And for UPSC, eligibility starts from 21 years. So it is how the people should think, and big personalities who are having big brains should address this concern, and the government should come forward. Okay. Yes. Now, under this scheme, the youth joining the army will be called Agniveer. Agniveer. Youth will be able to be recruited into the army for a short duration. Under the new scheme, around 45,000 to 50,000 soldiers will be recruited annually, and most will leave the service just 4 years. However, after 4 years, only 25% of the batch will be recruited back into their respective service for a period of 15 years. Already, these 25% are having the security of job. Only the concern is with the remaining 75. If you give such kind of relaxations in the age, etc., then their problem will be addressed. Just it is like a training. See, many people, even after completion of the degree also, so they will write UPSC for 7 years, 8 years. Of course, you can see in the papers. Of course, some people will crack in the first attempt. I am not denying that. But there are people who will crack after 6 or 7 attempts. Both, both people are there who will crack after 7 years and even the first attempt also. So many people will crack. Yeah. However, after 4 years, only 25% of the batch will be recruited back into their respective service for a period of 15 years. Okay. Already these things Sir has discussed. It aims at providing an opportunity to the patriotic and motivated youth with the josh and jazba to join the armed forces. And this point is very important. It is expected to bring down the average age profile of the Indian armed forces by about 4 to 5 years. From the present 32 years to 26 years. So youth are needed. Okay. So just now I told you I cannot take up the states like you people. You will run on the states. Even I cannot walk on the states. Okay. Yes. So benefits of Agniveer. Upon the completion of the 4 years of service, a one-time Sevanidhi package of rupees 11.71 lakhs will be paid to the Agniveers. That will include their accrued interest thereon. Of course, considering the present inflation, this amount may not be high, but okay. What I mean to say is, if he is having the skill, he can go for the self-employment opportunity with the government support. Even so, this government should say that if you want to establish any small cotton industry, then we will support you by giving subsidies. Yes. So there are many just provisions government, even for normal people also there are many, support, which government is extending. Okay. Yes. They will also get a 48 lakh life insurance cover the 4 years. In case of death, the payout will be over 1 crore, including pay for the unserved tenure. The government will help rehabilitation soldiers who leave the services of 4 years. They will be provided with skill certificates and bridge courses. Even for further, if the courses which they need to get another job or to have a own industry. So this government is extending their support. Concerns. So difficult to find another job. So this should be addressed by giving the age relaxation in the government job. That is very important. Now, no pension benefit. After 4 years, no question of any pension benefit. Of course, now even for long service also there is no pension benefit. Yes, it is also a concern. Sometimes what happens, training may remain unutilized. Not all times. You are getting the physical training. Afterwards, you may need the mental training. Automatically, all this training may not so give you the fruits in course of time. So, to make use of this training, I am suggesting that these people should be given some priority in the uniform posts like CIFF, CISF, RAW, and constables in CBI, constables in income tax, and you can see even on even in the banks also you are having the constables. SBI, big banks, they will have the permanent staff. So these people should be given some sort of reservation. Yes, definitely. Automatically, youth will get attracted to join this army. Many safeguards compared to the other people, so they should be given. That is the need of the hour. Forces. Okay, next. What is the significance of? When you come to the positive step, future ready soldiers. Yes, this already four. As they served in the army for 4 years, even in course of time also, so they will have some. Habituated things to participate in the warfare. Then more employment opportunity. Yes, of course. Just now I told about the uniform posts. So these people may get some positive attraction from the people who are recruiting. Why? They are physically fit. Then higher skilled workforce. This will also lead to availability of a higher skilled workforce to the economy, which will be helpful in productivity gain and overall GDP growth. Of course, even after their retirement, also after 4 years, automatically they will be engaged in the work as they are having 11 lakhs, 12 lakhs in their pocket, and also government is also extending many perks. See, it depends on our perception. The scheme is good, but the thing is very important thing. The concerns should be addressed. The concerns of the youth should be addressed. Okay? Yes. And even I told you, here the number does not matter anything. So future will be in the hands of technology. Even one bomb can destroy lakhs of soldiers also. And you know the impact of nuclear radiation. It is horrible. Yes. So when you come to the Bharat Gaurav trains, why government is encouraging such kind of things? See, it is a concept of encouraging tourism and to see that our Indian rich culture heritage is disseminated to the next generation. Again, what happens? Such kind of things will attract many workforce. So there will be a lot of employment generation. Like hospitality industry will flourish. See, hospitality industry will have a lot of linkages, starting from chefs to drivers, and even housekeeping, and event managers also. Okay. So all these people who are having certain degrees, see nowadays you are having the lot of degrees, hotel management, etc. So those people will get employment opportunities in this. Again, whenever a person is going on a tour, automatically he has to purchase everything from outside. He cannot carry food, from the house. Yeah, he may carry for one time or two times. But for third time, he has to purchase from the vendor. Even so, there will be such kind of lot of employment opportunities. Okay. So, for that purpose, our government is encouraging such kind of trains, Bharat Gaurav trains. The first service of the theme-based Bharat Gaurav train from Coimbatore North to Sainagar Shirdi started its journey on 14/6/2022. Indian Railways launched the operation of the theme-based Bharat Gaurav train in the month of November 2021. The objective of this theme is to showcase India's rich cultural heritage and magnificent historical places to the people of India and the world through Bharat Gaurav train. See, many people don't know, just opening the books and reading. Many people who stay in and around the Ajanta Ellora caves, they don't know about the caves, just they will study in the book. Of course, nowadays, so luckily, every person is having the phone, of course, that, smartphones where they can watch the caves without spending 1 rupee also. Even in sitting in their home, yes, if you press the Ajanta Ellora caves, then you will get the total thing. Many people don't know that India was ruled by great king like Ashoka. India was ruled by great king like Akbar. Akbar, who is that person? Ashoka. I don't know. I know Ashoka Hotel. So that is what happening. Younger generation don't know the rich heritage and culture of India, which is unique compared to the other countries. Now, this scheme also aims to leverage the core strength of the professionals. Just now I told you, our chefs, hotel management, their services can be utilized. That is called as leveraging, utilizing the assets. Leverage the core strength of the professionals in the tourism sector to run theme-based trains to tap the vast tourism potential of India. This Bharat Gaurav scheme will now help in roping in more tour operators with professional experience and will give a boost to the tourism sector in the country. Tourism sector is having lot of linkages. See, hotels will get filled and restaurants, the charge, the GST on these hotels is, I think it is nearly 18%. Service sector is having 18%. How much revenues the government will get? The form of GST. And how many people will get the direct and indirect employment, housekeeping, like dobies, etc. See, whenever a person is on tour, he will not care for the money. He will spend like anything because he is on the tour. Just he want to enjoy. He will spend like anything. Yes, that is common. That is a common mentality. Yes. At present, IRCTC is already running 12 tourist circuit trains on railways, like Buddhist circuit. Even from Hyderabad to Tirupati also they are having one train. Everywhere this IRCTC is working well. Many tour packages. With the introduction of this policy, all tourist circuit trains shall be operated as per the guidelines issued under this policy. Features of the Bharat Gaurav trains. There will be a doctor on board to attend to any emergency. See, what I mean to say is just now I told that in a railway bogie, 1,000 passengers, more than 1,000 people will be moving, 4 or 5 police forces there. Why you are not increasing? And you try to collect at least 50 NP more for the security, then that will be sufficient to give salary for those policemen. Just 50 NP on ticket. Yes, the people will give happily. And even you try to keep a doctor in every train by taking 1 rupee from the passenger. Just 1 rupee. If you take 1 rupee, you can provide doctor, you can provide police also. And nowadays 1 rupee, everybody will give. See, in the name of Tatkal, you are charging more than 25% or 50%. Am I true or false? Yes. Then, even in spite of Tatkal, there will be a big waiting list. And outside, the people will try to get the tickets on block or from the private people by paying double the amount of the fare. Yes, what I am saying is a reality. I know. So when I want to go to train, If I will not get the tickets in the ordinary manner, I will try for Tatkal. If not possible, again I will take the help of a broker. I am paying 3 times the fare. So yes, I am ready to give even 10 rupees more also. So you try to collect more, 1 or 2 rupees more, and you keep a doctor also. See, time and again you will see that a person facing stroke or something like that. Even if a person gets fever also, you can treat a small cabin, doctor, and speak manometer. So what is wrong in that? More than 1,000 people are moving. If a chief minister is moving, just behind him, one ambulance will go. The life of chief minister is equal to the life of a common man. What is wrong in that? You take the money from common man only. Are you not charging for Tatkal? You are charging, na? Then, yeah. There are private securities engaged along with the railway police force to protect us from any kind of harm. Why private securities? You are having that army, that 4 years youth. After 4 years, you recruit them. So now only you increase the railway police force. See what is happening. Actually, what is happening in India is the economic concentration. That is the main problem. Economic concentration. See, these private security people, they will give say 9,000 or 8,000, but they will collect 16,000, 17,000 from the government. Yes. Why so? Why government is doing this? The government is doing this because these people are called as the casual labor. They will not have any safeguards. But if government recruits some person on a permanent basis, they have to give safeguards. What is wrong? If you give safeguards to these people, they are safeguarding the lives of many people. But we will not think in that manner. Once I talked with a security guard who was almost all 55 years, and he was working with a popular bank's ATM. I asked him how much salary he will get, and he told very less salary. And he was saying that no, my boss will get more salary, but they will give us very less. And he was working all the time, almost all from morning to evening, more than 8 hours. Definitely, there is no doubt in it. So because in that period there was no Google Pay or Phone Pay, so and even there was no limitations on ATM withdrawals. Frequently, I used to go to the ATM. Now you are having Google Pay, Phone Pay, no need of ATM also. So what I mean to say is, even many private banks like ICICI, HDFC, they are engaging the service of these private securities. And time and again, you can see the people, escaping with the money. So why you are not going for a permanent force in the railways? You give opportunity for the youth who are ready to work. Yes. Not only in this case, everywhere economic concentration is leading very harm for this downtrodden. Take the example of big malls. Big malls. They are surviving at the cost of many kirana shops, small kirana shops. And each kirana shop used to give an opportunity for 4 or 5 members. Now fruit vendors are unable to sell their fruits. Even in big malls also, they are selling the fruits and they are displaying the rate of that fruit. Just in front of their mall, saying that today's tomatoes rate or today's papaya only 24. How the vendor can sell? So the main problem nowadays is the economic concentration. Few people are becoming big and at the cost of many number of people. Yes. Now there will be onboard electricians and AC mechanic and fire and safety officers. So everybody will get the employment opportunities. So this kind of posts should be reserved for the youth who have worked in the Agnipath. So they have to give the bridge codes with regard to maintenance of the electricity supply in the coaches. Yes, then their problem can be addressed. And everywhere they should be given the reservation because they are fighting for the cause of our motherland. Yes. The train is maintained by branded housekeeping service providers. See, branded housekeeping service providers, all from private sector only, who will clean the utility areas at frequent intervals. And the caterers are experienced and rich in holding the traditional vegetarian menus. Everything should be in the hands of government. Strict civil servants should be appointed to supervise this thing. then everything in India will be in the organized sector. Automatically, you will get more taxes, more employment opportunities. The coaches are fitted with high, of course, jockey also, radio jockey. Even the people who are engaged in singing or who are just proficient in their, musical instrument, they will also get the employment of it. Because on-rail radio jockey to keep the passengers entertained during the journey. So definitely, every person is getting the opportunity to work. So nowadays, if you are having the, proficiency in music, can anybody give you some marks? No marks in the UPSC or Group 1, even if you are a great singer. You have to take marks along with the other things. Other aspirants only. So it is giving, see, there will be devotional songs and spiritual stories and live interviews to keep the journey pleasant. So everybody will get the opportunity. Completely toxic free and smoke free. So, see, what I mean to say is it is having a lot of externalities. One thing, tourism will be just developed. Many people will get the employment opportunities, which is the need of the hour. And business will grow in the organized sector. If any person wanted to sell in the trains, they would take the permission, etc. Okay? Yes. Now, what is CISS application? So this application is to see that the problem of street vendor of children who are residing on streets will be ended. CISS application. The National Commission for the Protection of Children's Rights. You have to remember such kind of organizations when you are addressing the cause of the children. Yeah, the National Commission for the Protection of Child Rights has launched an application under the VALI portal to help protect the children exposed to street situations. This application is named CISS, Children in Street Situations. So, four words will make your mains answer more legitimate. Just when you are writing about the problems of child or child labor in India. Now, about the CISS application, once again, children in street situations. You can see many people, many children selling some commodities to lead their livelihood. Even some children will beg on the road. Yes, this application will facilitate the rehabilitation process of the children from the street. That is the need of the hour. It will operate under the VALI portal, which was launched. See, whenever you will get questions, so government interventions, you can write this intervention. It will operate under the VALI portal, which was launched by NCPCR for online tracking and digital real-time monitoring of children in need of care and protection. The portal has two functions such as COVID care and CISS. The standard operating procedure for care and protection of children in street situation to categorize any child under CISS. If the child is living on the streets alone, then he will get the support. Living on the streets during the day, living on the streets with family also. By the side of the roads, you can see many people laying their huts and living. This is a unique application developed by NCPCR and an initiative that was taken under the direction of the Supreme Court of India. This program embodies fundamental duties enshrined in the Constitution by providing a platform for the public and organizations to work for the welfare of the children and protect their interests. Okay, so see, nowadays biotechnology is playing a key role. Why? Biotechnology is eco-friendly. Biotechnology is eco-friendly. It is the need of the hour. So, Biotech Startup Expo 2022. The Biotech Startup Expo 2022 has been organized at Pragati Maidan, New Delhi to celebrate 10 years of biotechnology industry research assistance council. It is a non-profit organization. You have to know the full form of BIRAC, Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council. About the event, this startup event will be a major boost to the biotech sector in India, wherein 75 successful startups supported by BIRAC will be showcased. This event will be open to the public to witness the progress nurtured by institutions like PIRAC. Okay, see, the main aim is to see that environment is preserved, and with the help of biotechnology, we will minimize the imports. See, now take the example of fertilizers, chemical fertilizers, diammonium phosphate, and again take the example of urea. We have to rely on the imports. If you go for the biotechnology, there is no need for imports. Go for the organic manure, Jivamruta, zero budget natural farming. So everything, this concept will play a key role. If a biotechnology startup will invent a new type of manure, then it has to be encouraged. See, all these issues which we will discuss are very useful for mains. Nowadays, the mains have become like anything. You have to become a journalist rather than a specialist. What is the meaning of specialist? Only one part, either heart or head. Whereas journalist, you can see how many topics he will cover while addressing the media. They know polity, they know history, they know science, etc. Okay? Yes. Highlighting India's achievements so far. India's battle against the pandemic and its proactive measures to accelerate indigenous vaccine production that was shared with friendly countries have been praiseworthy. Yes. And even we were able to give vaccine for the huge population. First dose over, second dose over, now booster dose started. Okay? Yes. Institutions like BIRAC have played a critical role in making India among the top 12 destinations for biotechnology in the world and third in the Asia Pacific. With the 46th rank in the Global Innovation Index, India's bioeconomy is proliferating at a faster pace. It is anticipated that India's biotech sector is stepping ahead to reach $150 billion by 2025. There is no doubt in it. And again, India is having huge potential, one side, and it is the need of the hour to replace all our chemical items with the biotechnology. Nowadays, what is happening? You are putting chemical fertilizers and taking the crop, and the crop is having a lot of chemical residues which are harmful for our health. We have discussed in our routine classes. I don't want to waste the precious time. About BIRAC, it is a not-for-profit public sector enterprise set up by the Department of Biotechnology, Government of India. It was established as an interference agency to strengthen and empower the emerging biotech enterprises to undertake strategic research and development, innovation, and addressing all the things which are needed for that startups, like technology transfer and even the money also. That is capital. Now, what is this X-Conquest? Because all of you will go through the papers daily, na? Some people will spend nearly 4 hours for reading paper, like our Indu and Radhika and Bindu also. X-Conquest, anybody from online side? Peacekeeping exercise, Swati, yes, Divya, group 2 officers are answering. Yes, it is a military exercise. So nobody has, encountered these words in the paper. Huh? Okay, no issue. An Indian Army contingent is participating in the exercise X-Conquest 2022. This is a multinational peacekeeping exercise. This edition is being hosted by Mongolia. This exercise is seeing participation from military contingents of 16 countries. It is also important. How many countries? Where? Including India. The exercise is aimed at enhancing interoperability, building military to military relationships, and developing peace support operations and military readiness among participating nations. See, every country wanted to become strong. Okay, as far as military force is concerned. Then actually, what is the use of UNO? Okay, see now when we come to the Russia-Ukraine crisis, no international agency was able to address the problems of Ukraine. So, in my personal opinion, every country is spending a lot of money for this military. Take the example of India also. It is said that they are spending nearly 5 lakh crores every year. Yes, it is needed. Why it is needed? Because you are having the enemies. So, in my personal opinion, there should be an international agency, and every country should contribute amount, and it is the duty of that agency to see that no country will attack the other country. That's all. Why it is not possible? Take the example of great King Ashoka. He has replaced the physical conflict with the, spiritual conflict. It may be possible. Who knows? But the central agency should be strong enough. It is my opinion. I am not asking anybody or I am not criticizing. Just I was not welcomed with the sufferings of the especially pregnant women in the Ukraine, and even our youth also died in the Ukraine, and even many of our medical students could not get their degrees because no college, only war, and what is their future, only God knows. I don't know what sort of assurances the government of India has given. It is a tough task. You cannot accommodate 30,000-40,000 students in our medical colleges, and even our people will enter. Enter to that colleges by clearing toughest exam, that is NEET, and how they will permit these people. Yes, so it is my personal opinion. The military exercise will enhance the even. Take the example of Mahatma Gandhi, and he was successful with his with his weapon ahimsa. So we have to consider, but that will not happen because the big brothers are the manufacturers of this weapon. They will get a lot of money. They may not be interested. Who knows? Who knows? It is my apprehension. It may be true or false. Yes. The military exercise will enhance the level of defense cooperation between the Indian Army and participating country, especially with the Mongolian armed forces, which will enhance bilateral relations between the countries. Okay, leave it. That is the, just to remember the theme, that is ex-con fest, and the number of countries participating. The hosting country is the Mongolia. Of course, next is the India's marine exports, and India is lucky because India is having a coastline of 7,516 kilometers, including the islands. If you exclude the islands, the mainland, it is 6,100 kilometers. Okay, I think it is correct. Yes. So we are having a great opportunity to harness the resources of the oceans. Okay. So the government is planning to double our exports. There is no doubt you are having the potential, but the thing is, again, the system, our small fishermen are in the unorganized sector. Middlemen are making money, and all the trawlers which we use are outdated. And even in the breeding season also, you will go and catch the fish where you will get only small fish, so which are not lucrative to sell in the market. If you address all these problems, then no doubt. So one thing, it will boost our export. Second thing, they will give the food security for India, because all the marine things are consumed by the people like fish, etc. Food security. And if you invest in the value addition process, food processing industries, then the employment opportunity will be doubled, and even the shelf life will also increase automatically. Once again, it will boost the food security. So this kind of points you have to write in the mains. MPEDA, marine products exports from India, mains. Okay. Statement by the Union Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Sri Piyush Goyal, the Marine Products Export Development Authority, Kochi. MPEDA is a Marine Products Export Development Authority, Kochi. The minister highlighted India's aims to double the marine product worth to 1 lakh crore from the present above 50,000 crore. They want double. Yes, we are having the potential. There is no doubt in it. Within the next 5 years, another major aspect would be the emphasis on sustainable fishing. Just now I told you, our fishermen are involving in the juvenile fishing. In the breeding season also, they are going and fishing. So it should be stopped. It is not sustainable. If you catch a small fish, then it will hamper the further growth of their siblings. If you will not allow the eggs to hatch, then from where you will get the hen? From where you will get the hens? From where? Okay? Yes. So it is one of the major problem in the fishing industry. Yes. Ensuring quality and variety. Quality is very important. If you are not giving good quality, the foreign countries will reject your load. Quality and variety and promotion of coastal shipping and aquaculture. Coastal shipping also important. You see, if you are not having transportation, no question of any impetus for this industry. And even aquaculture. See, Indian aqua products are rejected by many countries, saying that we are using more chemicals. You have to address that concerns of the many countries. And supporting the entire fisheries ecosystem. What is the meaning of entire fishery ecosystem? Why will see this term will appear time and again? Because everything, see now, take our classroom. Classroom ecosystem, a digital board, a wireless mic, a CPU, a monitor, and a camera to record, and an app, inverter to support the class when the power breaks down, and chairs and students. This is the ecosystem. So when you come to the fishing ecosystem, you should have the modern trawlers, cold storages to store the fish, and even ice manufacturers, because when they export, they will pack the fish along with the ice. Of course, nowadays they are using the dry carbon dioxide. Whatever may be the case, all will include the fisheries ecosystem. In this respect, it becomes extremely important to educate, assist, and encourage fishermen to follow sustainable measures in fishing, and also to preserve the quality of the catch so that it will fetch better returns. Yes, you should not involve in catching juvenile fishes, small fishes. And quality, if your community is having good quality, then only foreign countries will accept. If not, they will reject. The minister highlighted the government's efforts to finalize more free trade agreements, FTA. Means without any taxation, they can enter. No reason. Of course, you should supply the fish with the international standards. FTA is only related to the taxes, not with the standards. Free trade agreement does not mean that you can sell anything. No, it is only with regard to the taxes, not with quality. Yes, this would provide the necessary market access and new opportunities for the country's exporters, including fishermen. Efforts are also on to transform India into a seafood processing hub in the near future through supportive policy. Yes, food processing. See, processing is very important. If any processing is done, two things are beneficial. One is shelf life will increase. Second is it will fetch more value. Take the example of 1 liter of milk. It is only 80 rupees. But the sweets made with that milk will fetch 3 or 4 times more money. Is it true or false? Yes. Now next is the single-use plastic. So government wanted to phase out the single-use plastic. See, since many years, Angel, eh? Yes, yes. Since many years, government is thinking to phase out. But why it is not possible? The reason is millions of people are engaged in this industry. Where the government will accommodate if they are banned? That is the problem. Millions of people. And what about the establishments? Because earlier they got the permission from government only. Now suddenly they cannot stop. Why single-use plastic they want to phase out? Because it is not recyclable. It takes millions of years to get degraded. It is not possible, and it is causing harm to the ecosystem. And even if you use, definitely if you keep some warm items in that, hot items, definitely they will transfer something into that liquid. But nowadays you cannot see any plastic. The tea vendor will also put the tea in in a plastic cover, and the boy will come along with the cover and pour disposable cups. And even the disposable cups also, they are made watertight or leak proof with the plastics only. Whenever you you put hot tea, what happened to that plastic? It will melt and join your stomach. And milk and tea powder may go outside, but that plastic toxins will make friendship with your stomach and stay for a long period, sometimes until your death. Who knows? Okay, so government wanted to phase out the single-use plastic size of less than 75 microns. That is very important. 75 microns less size. Now, the center has directed the states to phase out the use of single-use plastic as an essential part of the Clean and Green campaign. Plastic pollution is the harmful outcome of dumping single-use plastics as waste with or non-biodegradable. Yes, they are not biodegradable. If you want to degrade them, you have to put lot of enzymes. Then that will become more costlier. If you go to even the vegetable market also, the vendor will give the vegetables in the plastic, all green leaves, etc. And nobody will go to the markets by holding a bag in their hand. Why? They know, yes, they will to give the bags. That is plastic covers. See, this can be phased out only when the government is able to rehabilitate the people who are employed in that industry. Suppose if there is any industry manufacturing the single plastic, government should come out with a modality where the single-use plastic machine can manufacture some other things and they should market that product. It's possible. If you are having will, you can do anything. You can come to the class. If not, you can say, my house is there, I cannot come in the bus, or I could not get that in the join the class అనేది. Okay, I could not get that message that class has started. Everybody will get. Why you are not getting? Yes. Okay. So what I mean to say is, if you want to phase out the single-use plastic, first we have to rehabilitate the people who are in that industry. Then only everything will be smooth. Single-use plastics cause major harm to the environment, are toxic to the ecosystem and the organisms living in those ecosystems. To free the country from single-use plastics, the government took the initiative to ban their usage, which is conveyed through the Clean and Green campaign. Ban their usage when first we have to rehabilitate them. Automatically, they will not manufacture. Okay. See, now I am into this teaching field from long back, though I am having other businesses. But now suddenly I cannot change this profession because I am having affection with my old students and with the new students. I cannot give them hand, can I? So they will be on roads. Even though if one person is interested, yes, I should teach them. Even one person. The same thing with these people. So they can do only that business. If government is stopping, so what happened to the labor force? What happened to the investment? And they will take loan from the bank. Who will pay the loan to the bank? So if you address their problem from base level, then you can do anything. Okay. The campaign also focuses on enhancing cleanliness and taking environment-friendly measures. The advisory on banning single-use plastics is an alignment with the objectives of the Swachh Bharat Mission 2, which is implemented by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Please remember, Swachh Bharat Mission Urban 2, implemented by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Plastic waste management and the elimination of single-use plastics are major focus areas of the mission. Yeah. Recycled plastic less than 75 microns has been banned with effect from September 2021. But nobody is following. You remember this 75? Of course. Actually, what is happening, PET bottles, take the example of PET bottles. India is the largest importer of the PET bottles in the world, one of the largest importers. Coca-Cola in PET bottle, Thumbs Up in PET bottle, our Srija's water in PET bottle. And our dispenser uses the PET bottle to dispense the water. Yes, it is also PET bottle. It is said that PET bottle in course of its degradation will release many toxins even in the ocean also. It is said that major pollutant for the oceans is the PET bottles. They will go to the river, from river to ocean. Even if you board the bus, you can see every person holding the PET bottle. And nowadays it became a fashion. If you go to any hotel, they will ask, water bottle or glass? A person like me, common man, underprivileged person, no, I will drink the normal water. People like you, no, you get the water bottle. That is what happening. It became a fashion to have a Bisleri bottle on your table, even when you are having your tiffin or lunch in the hotel. Okay? Yes. So next is the life moment. And just remember, life moment is the moment to involve in the things which will cause less harm to the ecosystem. That one word is sufficient. The Prime Minister launched the life moment, which was first proposed by him during the 26th Conference of Parties in Glasgow. The life moment invites a collective effort to develop a sense of an environment conscious lifestyle. Yes. Now we are using the ACs, but it has become a must. Without ACs, you cannot sit in the class. As soon as the first person enters the class, what he will do? He will on the AC. It is not his mistake, the situation. The emphasis is on the mindful utilization of natural resources instead of mindless and destructive consumption. See the wording: mindful, mindless. This is a significant step that exemplifies India's commitment to protecting the environment and mitigating climate change issues. Yes, we are striving for that in a fair manner. Now, the next topic and last topic, don't worry, don't leave the class. I will leave you within 3 minutes. Already 1.5 hours is over, it seems. Yeah. Now, cooperative societies on GEM platform. Government e-marketplace, GEM means. So, now when you come to the cooperative societies, the slogan of cooperative society is one for all for one. And these societies have proved their caliber. Take the example of Amul. It is a group of milk producers. Most successful organization. There are many successful sugar industries in the cooperative societies. Recognizing their importance, though cooperative societies is in the state list, you remember cooperative societies are in the state list. But our constitution has made some mandatory provisions through which amendment? Through which amendment? Constitution has mandated some provisions, my dears. Online students. Yes, Swati. 97th Amendment. That is very, see, many times I repeated this in the class. Okay. Okay. Now what the government has made. So the government gave an opportunity for these cooperative societies to purchase anything from the government portal. So what happens? They will purchase at a lesser price. When they are purchasing at lesser price, what happens? They will get more profits. They get more profits means all the members in that cooperative societies will get benefited. They will get more dividend. So that is the concept of this cooperative societies. Now, Operation Mahila Suraksha. It is nothing but the Railway Protection Force rescued 150 women during the pan-India drive of Operation Mahila Suraksha. A pan-India drive Operation Mahila Suraksha was launched from 3rd to 31st May 2022, providing enhanced safety and security to women passengers traveling by trains for their entire journey. See, just now I told you, train should be provided with the more police force. That police force should come from that 4 years youth. Why you are not going to recruit more people? When you are collecting 50% or 25%, more for Tatkal, you spend something for that. You attach a bogie such that the expenses will be met from the ticket sold for that bogie. Yes, you can do many things, but the problem is consensus and lack of political will. Okay? Yes. Now, see, in our routine classes, I will always say the government should create a level playing field for SCs, STs, etc. Not these reservations. Of course, reservations are needed, but beyond reservations, this level playing field is very important. For that purpose, scheme for residential education for students in high schools in targeted area. Remember, Shrestha, because it is an intervention of government to address the issues of the depressed classes. Shrestha. So here they will conduct an examination, and for 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, they will give the coaching at good standards, that is CBSE curriculum. Shrestha, full form. Scheme for residential education for students in the high schools in targeted areas. C. Shrestha scheme has been formulated to provide quality education and opportunities for the poorest of the poor scheduled caste students. Yes. Based on the constitutional mandate. Why? It is our duty to uplift the weaker section. The schemes aim to provide access to quality education and a level playing field for all the students. The scheme will provide high quality residential education free of cost from class 9 to 12th to the meritorious poor students from scheduled caste. Why? 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th is very important, which will decide our fate. Okay? Yes. Thank you. Thank you for staying with me for a long period. Meet for this class next week. Thank you.